So import RE. So to do any expression, that means regular expression things in Python, you need to import a library called RE, which is inbuilt in Python. Okay. And the point that you people needs to be very careful of is that the regular expression is not a Python language. It is a generic language that was written by C program or written in the form of C program, which always does the compilation. So whenever you express something or whenever you write any expressing statement, right, it gets compiled into a bytecode. That is very, very important point. And these regular expressions are commonly called in the name of regex or is regex patterns. Pattern means that what? A set of string where you're gonna represent. That is what we call it as regular expression. As I told in the previous case, every expression that you're gonna write on the Python code will get converted into bytecode using the C program mechanism. That's what happened at every code. So the important point when you want to write a regular expression is that you should write a better and optimized solution always, because right, uh, each and everything that you're going to express will get converted into a bytecode. That means compilation going to happen. So it is better to keep this a regular expression in the shortest and simplest of way. That's what important point. Okay. And as I expressed on the PPT, the very important point of any expression is knowing a certain wildcard scenarios. As I was mentioned in line number 9 and 11, you can see line number 9 are the set of character that I'm going to use it for my expression, and the line number 11 is set of wildcard character that I'm going to use it. Okay, special characters, and these are we call as attribute. In general, all these two, line number 9 and line number 11, will get combined to give you certain expression in a better way. Okay, so let us take this expression which I written on line number 14 to 16. What was that? That is called match expression. So match is one of the function of a regular expression in Python. So I do have my string, which is in the name of my string, contains a data called Dhoni is better than Kohli. On line number 15, what I'm basically doing is that using the regular expression RE, I'm trying to do the match. So what match basically checks, it checks that word that I'm going to give inside a match is the first two word of your given input. That's what it does. But it checks whether Dhoni. In this example, inside a match, I given like Dhoni. So what this regular expression checks that now? It checks whether this Dhoni is the first word of my string. So through our naked eye, it is resembling yes, Dhoni is the first word, but that can be confirmed by regular expression. So when I run, the output comes in a different way. Of course, it gives you the output, but that is not in a way that we, the human, can understand easily, because the output is in some sort of object, way. But there is slightest of evidence in the output that we are done whatever we can in a good way, because it gives you the span in the sense it says where that particular zone is getting matched. It says from 0th index to 4th index, the word Dhoni is getting matched, and it gives you the match is equal to Dhoni. That means what? The data is getting matched. That's what it does. The data is getting very much matched. So that you cannot get using this specific method. Okay, that means you cannot print this output directly. So be careful whenever you use a match statement at any place. You should be very careful, or you should be very, very careful that you use a special method called group. What does that group does? The group generally gives you the output in the way that we are expecting it to be. So when I run, look at that. It says or it gives the output like Dhoni. It is the clear evidence that the data is available and it is the first word. It is the right match. Done and dusted. Okay. What if I want to find some other word of my given string? So obviously match is not going to help you in that way. So what you have to do is that you have to go for a function called search. So search is again a function similar to that of the match. Point number 2, search output also needs to have a group to show the output. And point number 3, search will not worry about the place where the particular word is coming in your string. Whereas match will check only for the first occurrence. but don't even, search method will check the particular word irrespective of the places, either in the first, last, or middle. It is going to check. So if you want it out, let me keep this better. So when I run, look at that. It says better. It says better is available. That's why you got an output. Because search finds any word of your given input. That's what search. Okay. And there are few more functions that you can make a note of or make a use of. One of the function is that span. Span means it is going to tell you the index position that the particular word comes up. So it says the word better comes up between 9th to 14th index. That's what it has been highlighted like 15. 15 means still 14th index. And if you want to check this specific start alone, you can use start method, start method. So let me run this code. There you see, it says it is starting at the 9th index. Same thing. You can try check the end as well. There you see, it says it ends at the 15th. That means 4th index. These are the few functions that you can make a use of whenever you do the match and search expression. Now, whatever we tried expressing is using the specific word. I hope everybody agrees with me. Now look at this. Now, my expression is given in the form of string again, but it contains certain special character as well. Look how I'm going to do. My output is equal to re dot match. Where I'm going to match in my given my underscore string. Now I have to express something. I says dot star. In Python, especially in Python regular expression, dot star means any string. Okay, dot star means any string. But the only condition that I'm going to make is that, look at that. So I have enclosed this angle braces. What does it actually mean? It means I'm expecting my Python regular expression to check any word. That's what dot star. But the only condition is that it should start with the open angle tag and it should end with the closing angle tag. Okay, that is only criteria. If that was the case, this is getting matched, this is getting matched, as well as this getting matched. So all the three words as the respective matching here as well. But what this Python will do, you know it, right? Python never stops in between unless until we externally ask it to do. So what it will do is that it will keep searching till the last, even though it finds the match at the very first go. So the output will be like, look at that. It says, everything is satisfied. You might be wondering whether it is giving the complete input as it is. It is not giving the complete input. Look at that. It has been started with this open tag and it has been ending with this close tag. If that was the case, what happened? All these are getting matched, right? So that's what it is giving the entire statement as a match statement. Okay. So this is another, evidence that you need to be little caution in handling this kind of a regular expression. You cannot use as simple like other expression. Okay. So now this we call it as deadlock, or we call it as greedy method. Greedy method in the sense, even though the data that I want to be satisfied is available on the first instant itself, it is trying till the end of the given string. Okay. Now I'm going to make this as a non-greedy method. Look at that. I have made a question mark. Question mark means non-greedy method. So what happened is that now I'm telling externally to my Python is that whenever it finds the exact match that is satisfying the regular expression, I'm asking my Python to stop the search. Now, if I run this specific code, look at that. It stops as soon as it finds its expression. That is a very, very, very critical point. Okay. So it stops as soon as it finds its expression. This question mark we do call it as non-greedy method. So These are the few, nuances that you people need to understand whenever you try to do, especially on the regular expression. Okay, right. Now, let me take you people through some other examples. Say, okay, now what I did, look at my expression, dot star space was WA space dot star. So what I'm doing is that I'm exactly matching the above string with that of the expression. In first case, I've just used the exact word for the matching. In the second case, I was using some wildcard character for the matching. In this case, I'm just using a word to match the word that is coming before and coming after the specific word. Now, was is kind of a divider. So what I did was, before was there is something and after WS there is something. That's what I highlighted. So when I run, it is giving. What does it mean? I have exactly matched it. So even this space matters. If I give the space and run, look at that. Look at that. Output is not coming in the expected way. It got string. Dhoni was better than. Kohli is nowhere in the picture. So that's what each and every space that you use in a regular expression plays a critical and crucial role. So you need to be very careful of what you use and how you use. Always it plays a critical role. Now, and now I'm going to put a parenthesis on both the stars. Parenthesis inside a regular expression always indicate that you're forming a group. So what basically tells that you're trying to form one set of word group that comes before was and one set of word group that comes after was. So you basically form the two group. If you have doubt, let me run it through. So this is group of one. What is the expected output of group of one? It should return Dhoni. Look at that. As expected, because before WAS there is only one word, Dhoni. So it is getting matched. Here it says group of two. It says group of two. What is group of two? Whatever the word that is coming after WAS is called group of two. So when you run, there you see it gives you the next group. So parenthesis inside a Python always indicates the group that you're going to work upon. Okay, right.